welcome back. I'm just coming on to do a quick video because a friend asked what die cuts were. And then also at the end of this video, I do have a different technique not related to die cutting that I want to share with you guys that I just learned and is cute and fun. So dies are these little metal pieces, and you can see they have these raised edges that are sharp enough to cut out paper. And then you place them on your chosen paper and you put them on an acrylic sheet. You do have to have a die cutting machine, and there's manual ones and electronic ones, and they do come with the plates. And then I find that these ones here, the ridges are really short, so sometimes it doesn't cut through these thicker papers. So I'm going to use a metal shim in order to create more thickness to hopefully cut through the paper. And then I'm going to place another acrylic sheet on top, and then we're going to run this through the die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. All right, so I had to change my sandwich configuration, which your layers of plates, magnets, silicone, metal shims, all of that is called your sandwich, because the first run, it didn't cut through the paper. And sadly, when I was taking it out the first time, one of the dies went flying and I can't find it anywhere. But anyway, this is a new machine and I'm not used to the correct ratio for this machine yet. If and when you get a machine, your first few times is going to be kind of hit or miss until you get the right ratio for your sandwiches down. But as you can see, this time it worked. And then it's always good to have a pokey tool when using die cuts to poke your paper out of the die. So here is a silver star. Here is a cool patterned black cat. And this was packaging from something that I bought at the store, and the box was made out of this cool matte black and with a gloss black design on it. So I cut up the packaging to save to use for crafting. Here is a crow. These are my little candle pieces. That's the label for my bottle. Here is my crystal, and we'll just use the pokey tool to poke out all the inside pieces to reveal the full design. So we've got a beautiful emerald here. I say emerald because that's my birthstone. This is our feather. Here's our silver sparkle moon. What happened here? How did these get turned? Oh, these got turned over the wrong way. That's a bummer. I can run it through again to get those once I'm done with the video. Got a beautiful triple moon here. And our snake. Here's our like that color, like a copper color. Here's the other part to our bottle. And our candles. Now the candles in the bottles I'll cut out twice in different colors so that these, because they have these layered pieces. So like here is the dripping wax. You can cut in a different color. The little tiny flames you can cut out in like yellow for so it can be colored. So we'll save all these little pieces because I'll do it in different colors and then I'll mix and match all the pieces. If I can get this little flame. There we go. We'll set those there. Now, I'll show you how you can use these in just a moment. Now I want to move on to the next thing I wanted to share, which I saw on joggles.com, and you can use your glue. They used Eileen's Tacky Glue. I tried Eileen's Tacky Glue, the Fabri-Tac and Art Glitter Glue on your foils, your extra little foil pieces that you don't really have a project for. You can just freehand draw with glue, let it fully dry, and then peel it off, and you've got all these awesome little embellishments that you can use. Now, the Art Glitter Glue does work, but it's very flat, so it's hard to peel up once it's dry. But it does work too. Little flower. And they're perfectly covered. You know, if you use the sticky stuff and then put the foils on top, it doesn't always come off perfectly covered, but these embellishments are perfectly covered. You can just place them on your pages randomly in your journal, or you can use them to layer, which I'll show an example of that in just a moment. Little star. Because I bought these foil sheets for a specific project, and now I just have them sitting there because I don't have a foil machine or anything. So this is a perfect way to use up some of my sheets. This is supposed to be a little potion bottle. I will tell you that the Fabri-Tac and the Eileen's glue, it does spread as it's drying. So therefore, some of these didn't come out as clear as the original drawing that I made just because they spread while they were drying. And then, I don't know why, But this gold sheet, it curled up as it was drying. None of the other sheets curled up, but the gold sheet did. But you're going to glue this down, and so when you can see it's flexible. So when you glue it down, you can glue it down flat. That was a really cute triple moon, but it's, as you can see, it spread, so it's not as clear anymore. And so did these stars. And a couple more stars over here. Also, I did some hashtags, and I think those are great for layering behind pieces, just to give some. Now this bubbled up. That's interesting. This bubbled up a lot. It's all bubbly, and you can see the bubbled texture through onto the moon, which actually is cool because it adds texture. So that's what I made with the foil. And then here is a cluster, and as you can see, I used the silver holographic foil, the hashtag piece I made, to layer behind, so you just have this pretty kind of texture poking out. And then here's one of the little stars I made. You can use as a little embellishment on a cluster, and you can do the same with your die cuts. So we could add a crow here. In fact, I really like that. But you can add, you know, whatever pieces you want to anything you're making as an answer to the question, what do you use die cuts for? You cut them out and you just use them as to add to your embellishments or tags or whatever it is that you're making. Or your cards. There's a lot of dies that you can use for card making. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. I know a lot of people who are going to click on this video know what they are, but I do have some new subscribers, and not all of them, some of them are new to the paper crafting world and were asking questions. So I thought I'd share, and I thought I'd take the time to share this really fun technique with your foil sheets that are just sitting there not being used. You can use your glue to just freehand draw some little images that you can use for embellishments on the same way you would use your die cuts. I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.